Blog
Hello.
Talk Radio.
I am so much happier hearing that at 8 a.m. Central Time than I was at 5 a.m. back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know that feeling.
I do not miss. that part of life, in that sense. So, it is the first show of the new year.
Yay! 2025.
Yes. Things
Yeah.
starting out on a decent note.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
We are almost done getting the new platform up and running for the radio show because Blog Talk is going down after 18 years.
Wow.
In the next week or so, we'll start launching the shows on a different platform. But with the new platform, we'll be able to go live on social media and YouTube at the same time.
Oh, nice. That'll work.
Did you have a good
Cool
Christmas?
beans. Yeah, it's pretty good. How about you?
I slept. I slept. The kids got
Nothing
up
wrong with
about
that.
7 o'clock, did their presents. I laid down, was going to take a nap. I slept the most of the day, and they let me sleep.
Well, that was nice of them. I was supposed to go to the VA today. Mount
Yeah.
Martinsburg. I don't think I'm going to go because the roads are all slick. I was watching people slide around on the road that goes by our house. So I said, no, I'll just give them a call.
And I thought I
My
was
wife
the
said,
only
we're
one
not
that
going
did
down. Huh?
that. I was one of the only ones that did that.
Did what? Slide around?
No, don't go anywhere. Like, when the roads get bad like that, I cancel all my appointments. That mean I leave my house.
No, when I have to go that far, I don't take a chance. There's crazy people out there on the road.
Yeah.
My
The
son.
scary part is
Yeah.
there's crazy people on the road when the road's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, my son took my granddaughter. I had to take her to work today, and that was at 4:30 this morning. He said the roads were getting a little slick, but there were people driving around with no lights on. What's up with that?
Because they don't know how to use the automatic feature in modern cars that automatically turn your stupid lights on for you.
Well, some of the older cars don't have that.
And I don't get it. Don't you
I
notice
don't
you
either.
can't see outside?
Yep. Well, these are the same people that don't use turn signals.
These are the same people that you tell them that they need blinker fluid. They'll go to the automotive store asking for blinker fluid.
Or, yeah, if you tell them they need brake fluid, they put it on their brakes.
Oh, yeah.
Bunch of ding-dongs.
It is.
So what, aside from a new platform, what else is going on for the new year?
I have one more series of classes to go, and I will have my international training certification for autism.
Wow.
I have my international autism certification for coaching. Now I just need to finish to get my trainer certification.
Cool.
So then I can train you to do what I do, and when you're done, it'll be an international certification.
That's awesome. So how long that's gonna be?
Oh, about 2 more months, and then I'm done.
And then you'll get into something new.
Oh. No, I don't have the bandwidth. I'm not getting into new. I'm expanding what I already know and learning to be able to teach it and modify it to a whole new level. And it's all about mind-body connection and understanding kids. Because my goal this year with my business and with the platforms and with, my presence is to be able to get people to see just because a kid is wired differently, they're not broken.
Right.
That all children are monsters and all children are psychopaths. Special or not is how all children are wired from birth.
Yeah.
They know if they cry when they're born, they get attention. They get fed, they get changed, they get what they need.
Yep.
It's simple. And all children embarrass the parents. All children are unfiltered. That filter comes later when they're taught what a filter is. And some people never develop the filter. Mine gets clogged up. So I'm not always the nicest person in the world. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that said about me, too.
That's like that whole January 1st terror attacks, quote-unquote terror attacks. I've gotten a lot of people asking me what I think about these veterans, as we're a category now, and about how they do whatever and do these things against the country. And then I learned that that whole stupid program they had about inclusion and diversity and accepting and all that crap with the LGBT clause. Yes, the woke crap. Did you know that they added the veterans into that woke crap to promote it?
The who? What?
Yeah. So, during that whole woke crap era, you saw all that propaganda about veteran small businesses, veteran businesses, hire a veteran, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, yeah.
So the reason it got pushed so far so fast was because they put the veterans in there as an inclusion, as a category. Because the CEO or the head of Walmart came out with an article about how they're no longer promoting the woke crap. And he actually came out and listed the categories. And veterans was one of the categories that was in the woke crap.
Ay, ay, ay.
They seem to forget that we're individual people and what we do has nothing to do with what we do in the military. And some of us who don't have a sense of identity and a sense of right and wrong, but through our own ethics and morals, are easily changed. Just like anybody else.
Yep.
And it's even worse now because we're not breaking them down to that low denominator so we become a unit, a cohesive group. So what do you expect to happen when you're still individualized working together?
Yeah. No.
But that's like the propaganda they sold on Oswald with JFK. You know, he was a marksman in the military. So he had to have shot JFK because he's, you know, it's like genius. We're all marksmen. It just means we know how to shoot a gun. We can hit the target 30 out of 50 times.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't have to even be inaccurate. You just have to hit the stupid target.
Yeah.
You just have to be able to hit a big mass out in the middle of a field. That's it. Now, once you start, you know, center mass and other, you know, actual good shots, and so many of those shots is what gets you into the whole sharpshooters and, you know, specialized marksman type training.
Yeah.
But just to be a marksman, yeah, just to be a marksman just means you know how to hold, carry, and shoot a gun.
Exactly.
That just means you passed boot camp.
Yeah. Just means you got a shooter ribbon.
Yeah.
Shot the rifle, shot the pistol. Hey, you're okay. You're good to go.
Mhm. It depends on what branch you're in. The Army, you don't have to shoot a pistol. You just have to shoot your rifle.
Well, the Air Force, you had to do both. That was interesting.
Yeah. I know when I was in the military or the Army, I'd go to the shooting ranges down in like San Antonio, Texas. I ended up talking to one of the guys that owns the range and ended up teaching ditch medicine. That's what they called it. And so basically what I would do is I'd teach basic first aid classes or your ACL. So if you're dumb, you do something stupid out in the woods and you get shot, you shoot yourself, what do? or you trip over a stick and break your leg, basic survival skills. And how to survive in the wilderness if you need to.
I was taught that in the Boy Scouts.
The Boy Scouts don't teach that stuff anymore.
Yes, I know.
It's
They
sad.
Should. It is.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to get back to that, though.
They are. Depending on who your leaders are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had some good leaders.
Hell, the group that I used to, charter for when I quit, they literally, when they went camping, they camped in RVs.
They camped in a what?
An RV. They
Home
didn't
away
sleep
from home?
Yeah.
What?
I'm standing there staring at them when they were talking about this, when they set up the campsites. They had so many sites for RVs for whoever wanted them, and then they had so many in tents. And I'm looking at them, and I go, huh? This person here, I don't camp in a tent anymore because I don't get paid for it. I did my fair share of camping.
Yeah.
But I'm not a scout. But that's not roughing it for a kid to learn basic survival skills. Hell, my daughter camps in our backyard in a tent most of the summer. We literally some days have to force her in the house because of weather. I don't feel comfortable with her out there in a little tent.
Right.
But, yeah. It reminded me of that, in late 80s, early 90s movie, Troop Beverly Hills, is what it reminded me of, with Shelley Long.
I don't
where
think
the kids, oh, it was hilarious. But basically, they were kind of making fun of the Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts and how rich Beverly Hills kids had to learn how to rough it out in the woods. Their idea of trips and work was, going to the salon or going to, different things and learning how to shop and do a bargain.
Yeah.
To survive.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Their idea of, like, my daughter's group before I let her quit was the carving. You literally had to get a parent's permission to handle a knife. And these are 9, 10, 11-year-old kids. And they carved bars of soap. That was their carving. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, Ariana looked at it, and she goes, I don't understand. This is dumb. So we didn't even do it. Because we teach the kids how to use, knives to carve sticks to make, roast marshmallows. How to, cut down branches and use it for whatever you need.
Carving soap.
Yeah, that's what we did in school. They carved like little animals or little things that they wanted to do, cars, stupid stuff like that. That has like no actual survival skill for it.
I guess they were asked, did you take a shower today? Yeah. Did you use soap? Yeah, I used my duck.
Right? Like in woodshop class, we used soap to carve out a template of something that we were going to carve out of wood.
Right.
But that was, woodshop, where we learned to make all the pretty designs and all the crap out of wood. It wasn't survival skills of Boy Scouts. Well, it's like now they're like their regattas and their little boats and stuff that they make, or cars, Pinewood Derby cars,
Yeah.
are now kits. They're all complete kits.
Yeah.
You just put the damn thing together.
Yeah.
My kids watch things like Dennis. Yeah. My kids watch Dennis the Menace, and they're like watching, different shows from like the 50s where they have to go out and find a crate and find this and this to build a soapbox car. They had to find things and gut things to make it. They don't just go to the store and spend $100 and buy a kit.
Yeah.
But then again, my kids learned land nav when they were 4.
Mm-hmm.
They all know how to use a compass and read a map. What I would do is, when I was teaching them, they call it their steps and stuff like that when they were little, and we build it bigger as they get older, is I would hide things out in our backyard, and I'd draw a map of our backyard, and they would get different treats and rewards at different spots. Basically the same thing you do at boot camp, when you got to hit those checkpoints out in the middle of the woods.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
I did this. You do it once in the daytime, you do it once at night.
Yeah, I hated night.
It was fun to watch the people that spent more time freaking out about being in the woods at night and trip over something stupid on the ground. You could tell the city kids from the country kids.
Uh-huh.
Because every shadow they'd freak. Like, didn't you ever play outside at night?
No, not. They probably grew up in Harlem.
Right?
That's crazy. Heck, whenever I was a kid, Halloween, I used to play in the cemetery.
See, I grew up, literally the back of my house was a hill. You go down the hill, there's the cemetery. And we used to scare the living crap out of my little brother. He was like 4 years younger than us. And so we lived 15 minutes away from Lionel Lake's jail. So it was a medium security, low-level prison. It was where they take you when you've been in prison forever. And it's a transition place to where you start to learn to come back and adapt to society. And so he didn't fully understand that. And so we'd hide behind these gravestones. And this is an old cemetery, so some of these grave markers are 100 years old. So they're the big, ornate ones, some of them. And we'd hide behind them, and we'd start them out telling them a story about how someone escaped from Lionel. And then we'd jump out and scare the crap out of them. And he ended up peeing himself.
Yeah. Oh, my. That's mean. Mean, but funny.
He used to rat us out for things he would do things, and then he'd rat us out saying we did it just to get us in trouble. So you gotta have a head, and you don't screw with you. And you got siblings that are 5 years older than you. You don't screw with them.
No.
And we couldn't beat him up because he was the little boy. You got to protect your little brother. So this was the only way we could get back at him. Without getting in trouble.
Mm. Understand that, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, growing up back then was a lot different than growing up today.
Yeah. We had imaginations.
Yeah. That we did.
Well, that was the biggest thing. I was reading a couple articles about this and how this generation of people and kids talk about our generations as being neglected. Because we'd go out and play. Our parents didn't know half the crap we did. We didn't have cell phones to track us down. We came home at dinner time and dark.
Or after dark.
Yeah.
Come home and eat. And right back out. You went.
Yeah.
Yep.
You literally spent 90% of your day outside.
Yeah.
And a lot of parents, you weren't allowed in the house during the day.
Yeah.
Especially boys, because you could pee outside.
Yep.
You came home for lunch. If you were thirsty during the day, you drank out of the house.
Now it's, you can't do that.
Yeah. No.
I think it's gross.
See, my kids still do.
We didn't think anything of it.
No. You let it run a little bit to cool off.
Get
all the crap out of the house.
hose. Yeah.
Yeah. You go pick raspberries or whatever to munch on or whatever, food that was edible that you find out, grab apples out of trees or whatever.
Yeah.
And now kids have trackers on their phones, and parents, they call in every hour on the hour or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, then you're neglecting your child. It's like, then how do you teach independence?
That's crazy. I didn't. I was 12 and I used to ride my bike to the orchard and work in the orchard.
Yeah. We used to babysit at 12. Other people's kids. You were 10 when you started babysitting, and you could take the first aid classes or the babysitting class. You were left home alone.
Yeah, I was a latchkey kid.
I used to babysit all the time.
That's how you made extra money. That's how you made your money.
That's the only way. Yeah, That's the only way you made money. You either had a paper route or you babysat. Or you walked someone's dog if you were lucky.
Yeah.
Or you mowed grass or raked leaves.
Exactly.
But we were responsible then.
Yeah, supposedly.
You knew.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you were watching someone's kid, you took care of the kid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And like now, I wouldn't trust adults to watch my kids. I don't trust adults to watch my kids.
I know. I understand that.
I mean, literally the only person that watches my kids is my mom.
Mm-hmm.
How you used to get sent to the neighbor's house. Your neighbors used to have keys to your house.
Yep.
If you got locked out, or you know, mom isn't home when you got home from school, you went to the neighbors.
Yeah, during the summer, man, me and a bunch of other kids, we'd all meet at one person's house. I mean, their parents were working. They had a really nice basement fixed up. They had TV down there and had remember the old bowling game it had a metal disc that you'd slide on, and it would go over the metal thing, and the pins would go up.
Yeah, they brought that back.
Yeah. Well, the kids don't know how to use that. They don't know how to play it.
They have no hand-eye coordination. They have no left-right brain stuff. I know I was talking to somebody the other day about all the stupid things we used to do in gym class as a kid. And a lot of that stuff was designed to teach you and increase your movement between your left and your right brain. It made you smarter.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if it worked on me.
Hey, it got you through the military and it got you coordinated enough.
Yeah. Coordinated me just enough to make me dangerous. There isn't any we've lost as a society. I think we've lost the ability to listen intently.
Mhm.
Because everybody's afraid of being offended. Well, I'll offend you if you want me to speak. I'll offend you. Trust me. You don't like what I said? Stay out of the kitchen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah, it is. And
And
being
military,
able to go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, military understands that. We pick on each other all the time.
Yes.
I walked into a restaurant yesterday. I had my Air Force hat on. Guy walks by. He goes, "Yeah, how you doing, Air Force?" I go, "Pretty good." He goes, "Go Army, beat Air Force." I said, "Oh, get out of here."
Hey, the Army lost to the Navy this year.
Yeah, I know.
Or we won't hold that against you is the other comment we use all the time.
Oh.
Like, Army to Air Force. What branch were you in? And they'll say, the Air Force. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, we won't hold it against you.
Yeah,
you're all exactly. We're bullet catchers. You're a chair force. Now the new thing is the Navy's the Uber of the military. I don't remember what they call the Marines. And we just laugh at the Space Force.
You don't know what the Marines are?
Yeah, what's the joke? Because, we're called the bullet catchers. The Air Force is called chair force. The Navy's the Uber.
Target.
I don't remember what we... And I don't remember what they call the Marines.
Jarheads.
Besides that one, that's not really an insult anymore. That's kind of like... See, none of those are insults anymore.
I know. They're proud of that.
Yeah.
You know what I call a Marine? Crayon eater. You know what Marine stands for, right?
What's the Marine stand
acronym? For? My ass rides in Navy equipment.
Ha.
Well, it also means muscles are required, intelligence not expected.
Ha. That one I've heard.
Yeah. But we bust on each other all the time.
Yeah.
And then you got these civilians that they bust on the military, but whenever you bust on them, they get highly upset. So
I know, I don't get it.
I tell them just to grow up.
Mhm. It's like you don't have a right to say anything about us because you haven't lived in our world.
Exactly.
But we live in your world. We just don't have patience for y'all. I don't deal well with lazy and stupid.
Yeah, I saw a what was it? There was something on Facebook. It was like a drawing or something. And I think the caption was, "I wouldn't have anger issues if other people would stop pissing me off."
That's true.
And yep. They don't know how true that is.
But it's
and that
our
goes with
fault.
everybody.
Oh yeah, I'm an equal opportunity hater.
Huh?
I'm an opportunity hater. You irritate me, you piss me off. It doesn't matter what you are, what color you are, what race, what your IQ level. You're all gonna just get it. I just don't have patience.
And the military teaches you that.
Well, it teaches you patience. It teaches you patience when you need to. But you can only be patient with stupid for so long.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how's,
that and the self-entitled.
There is no self-entitlement. So many people would think there is. I'd like to slap them so hard Google wouldn't be able to find them.
Yeah. It's like all these people that are telling...
Huh?
You know, it's like all these people are telling you how the military should be and how, like, Congress should be more involved in the military and how women need to be on the front lines as an equal opportunity crap. No, one of these people ever served in the flipping military.
It didn't.
I would love for you to get up, join the military, go through boot camp, go through this, and then I want you to train to be on the front lines and train as a man and equal as a man and carry the 100-and-some pack like a man and tell me if you think women should be on the front lines.
Half of them wouldn't make it first day out of boot camp.
No.
They wouldn't know what to do with themselves. You still there?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Hey,
I was grabbing a drink.
I was wondering how is it James out in California? How's he doing?
I haven't talked to him.
Oh.
But yeah. I know Kevin's close to retiring. Out of the Coast Guard.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to give what's his face a call and check in on him. The one that ran the group.
Oh, he's out in what? Washington?
Yeah.
Oregon, Washington. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been in touch with him lately either. Did Congress ever make Coast Guard part of the military?
Uh,
I mean, in my mind, it's always been, but I thought they classified Coast Guard right up there with Merchant Marine. I don't know.
Technically it is, but it's the only part of the military that's actually part of Homeland Security.
Who's new Homeland Security chief?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm still a little irritated about Hegseth. He best not get the DOD, it's all I gotta say. They have better qualified people for that job.
Mm-hmm.
I went to high school with him. I've known him for a long time.
How do those people get into politics?
He has always had the hindsight or the goal to get into politics. That was always his end game. But it was funny because when he got out, he tried to run for mayor of our town, and he wasn't elected. He tried to run for state representative, and he wasn't elected. He just is not a nice person. It's like when he got nominated, they went back to our town and asked everybody what they thought of it. And all they could say, kind of cool because he's from our town, but like they had nothing good to say about him as a person.
Yeah. That's not
the only nice thing they could say is he's from our town.
And that's the nicest thing they could say, huh? Oh, boy. Crazy. It's a mad world.
The interesting thing is, I don't know exactly what happened, but looks like Trudeau might resign.
Why? Wonder why.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Mm-hmm. You know what countries he was? I forget.
Canada.
Moose country. Yeah. Fit right in. Yeah. He'd always go to Alaska.
I don't even think they'll like him there.
Yeah. I doubt it. It's crazy. So what kind of feedback are we getting? Anybody's writing back about what they think or how they feel?
Not yet. Well, we haven't had any shows in the new year, but I haven't spent a lot of time on social media. I've been trying to get all the pieces and parts into order. I'll let you know by the end of the week. I haven't had a lot of time to do all that.
Mhm. No, I'd like to know the how everybody feels about entering a new year. How do they feel about it?
I'm not sure what Frodo did, but whatever it is, it's pretty bad because they're telling him either he resigns or they're going to do a vote of no confidence.
I don't know.
A lot to do
Even
with
if you speak between
inflation.
A
lot to do with inflation and stuff over there.
And I guess we still need a passport to get into Canada.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Why?
Yeah, you don't need one for Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, I do know how a lot of people, because you needed all your vaccine, all the COVID crap and all that stuff. So a lot of them would come here to take flights.
Oh, a friend of mine was saying that was it March or May? I forget which M month it was. You're gonna need real ID.
Yeah.
Or a passport.
Yeah.
In order to fly. So I have my passport, but I don't think my driver's license it doesn't expire until either 27 or 28. So guess I'll have to keep my passport up.
A lot has to do with immigration.
They said
immigration, inflation.
Yeah. No, they were saying you're going to need a real ID just to fly in the U.S.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
Well, that's because, states like Minnesota here, what they're doing is, illegals can get IDs now.
And that's not right either.
No. So then really there's no way to, unless you sit there and look at an ID closely, there's no way to actually tell if you're legal or not when it comes to voting. Because usually all you do is show an ID.
And how do you, to get, for a regular citizen to get a stupid ID, you got to show birth certificate, social security card, Medicare card, like 3 different forms of ID to verify who you are. Yep.
It is a pain in the ass if you lose your ID and you lose your wallet gets stolen.
Well, you're not kidding.
To verify who you are. And now you can come over the border and say you're Joe Smith and you can get an ID.
No. Shouldn't work that way. Crazy.
It's scary.
Yeah. Yep. Looks like we got a couple more minutes yet. We'll wind this thing down. Get ready for the next one.
So what I'm thinking, with it being the start of the new year, having a discussion about next week about do you set goals? Do you set resolutions? How do you plan for the new year? Or are you one of those that just flies by your seat of your pants?
Yeah, that's a good good topic. So yeah, we can discuss that. I'm not one of the best ones to talk about it, but interesting.
Oh, before we go, huge news. I don't know if I told you this or not, but so you know how smoke was a huge trigger for me.
Yeah.
So I've been working with these classes and getting trained in them at the same time, but it's really cool with Arthur and the Conscious Mastery Academy. When you're learning your timeline therapy, all your different techniques, you actually go and have your breakthroughs. And you deal with your crap along with learning how to do the crap. So over Christmas, the kids were cooking something, and they started a fire on the stove. I was asleep. I woke up, but I didn't panic. I didn't have the anxiety like, oh my God, something's on fire. Walked out the door to the kitchen, saw that Dad was dealing with it, went and laid back down and went back to sleep. I didn't butt in. I didn't nothing.
Wow.
And what's really cool is like he offers like classes just to go through the process for $5. So for $5, you can sit in the class, learn everything, go through all the breakthroughs, and then decide if you want to get certified after the fact. And then if you decide like you want to be certified in it, you can actually keep going back to all the classes for free.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'll send you the information. I'll send you my link. Because I'm promoting it and pushing it. The next class coming up is in February.
Oh, okay.
And I'll be at it.
That you will.
But it's really helped with a lot of things and learning how to just stop and breathe sometimes and not just explode.
Mhm. Wow.
So we are out of time for today. So join us back here next
Monday.
Monday. Sorry, I was going to cough again. We have, like, pertussis and all these different illnesses rampant in Minnesota right now.
Mm. Yeah, there was a tummy bug going around in Pennsylvania. Granddaughter had it. My grandson had it last night. I don't need it. I don't want it.
Well, my son didn't feel good last night.
Yeah, maybe it migrated in from China. Who knows?
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody have a good week. We'll see you back here next Monday at the same time, same place.
Yep. Same bad time, same bad channel.
So have a good day, good night. We'll see you back here for now.
Amen. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.